Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Appreciate y'all for tapping in. What's good, everybody? Somebody said, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Sorry, I had the echo on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm moving a little bad tonight, man. I'm moving a little bad tonight. How's everybody doing tonight, man? All ready to get into the show? Ready to get in the call-in line? We're having bad reception right now, so if we're lagging, we're going to end the show because we got an important morning show tomorrow. We don't want to waste no energy or waste no efforts. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up thus far. And my eyes are. This weather change is getting me, y'all. I think being around all them people in that crowd, I got to take my emergencies and all this other stuff because it's trying to get to me. But once again, I appreciate y'all for being here today, tapping in with your boy, man. We had a good morning show this morning. I couldn't even get all the edits done because of how much energy y'all brought this morning. Appreciate y'all. I think my TikTok is acting up, maybe. Oh, no, we're good. We're back on TikTok. All right, we're back on TikTok. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man. Jordan, good to see you. Doug, good to see you. Roll Tide. Dwayne. Jason. Jason, ain't you live right now? Or y'all done? Britt, what's good, sis? Good to see you. Roll Tide, man. Good to see everybody in the chat. Let me go get a bottle of water before we get into this show, man. How y'all feeling this morning? We had some crazy. You got sick after Auburn, bro. Yeah, it be like that, man. Getting out in these crowds, man. I can relate, Coach, with those allergies. Nah, I think this is just being around too many people. I don't know if y'all seen the did I post it on TikTok yet? Did I post the game day vlog? I haven't. I thought I did. Hold on.
Hold on, chat. I thought I posted that mug. Because if I got to do it over, it might not get posted. Y'all ever do that? Oh, it ain't I don't know where it's at either. Oh, bruh, that's why. It ain't freaking done uploading. All right. We'll leave that open right there then. That's weird. Okay. It'll be posting. J Jack, what's good? Oh, what's good, Jack? What's good, man? What's up, Travis? Good to see you, boy. Good to see you. Hey, listen, we don't have a long intro tonight. We got the phone lines opening up. I just want to get my quick take on all these games from this past weekend, man. We doing post game, well, not post game. We're doing big game reactions from other games that we were kind of watching over here on the network, and then we're going to move over to week 7, man. We got Alabama versus going into Columbia, Missouri to play against the Tigers, man. The team that's been looking good against everybody else. Looking at the matchups, looking at their film, they give me the same feels that Vanderbilt gave me. You know, a veteran team that's comfortable in what they do, but they truly haven't been tested yet. South Carolina, they was able to pull the upset against South Carolina at home. I don't think that was one of those games where South Carolina played their best brand of ball, but they let Lenore Sellers throw for 300 against them. They really didn't throw any force any turnovers, and they honestly won it because of the running back play. The Ahmad Hardy, he's going to be a tough guy to bring down. Watching some of the highlights from the first 3 weeks, you see a lot of explosive plays with his print on it. A very tough runner, somebody that's going to be hard. The gang tackle is going to be important this week. Effort, as it is every week, effort is going to be a priority. And then guys just gotta be able to, you know, believe in the system and believe in the adjustments, believe in the play call. I've been seeing that. With the players. A lot of these guys starting to really trust the play call, and it's showing. Did you hear about that exchange between the Bama fan and Pavia after the game? Yeah, I was there. But I mean, that's fandom, man. We can't be holding a double standard. If somebody talking trash to my son, I don't care who we play for. I expect to talk trash back, especially Bama fans. It was some obnoxious, and just like it is in every Bama fan base, some obnoxious fans, man, in the stands. I can just imagine what was being said. Coach Smook, keep grinding, shining, King. Appreciate you, though, boy. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. Appreciate that love right there. Greg McKinney, what's good? Roll Tide, my guy. Missouri always beats South Carolina. They never beat the big boys. Facts. Is that 11 o'clock game? Yep. And I'm trying to make sure that we have everything set up for that morning, because I want to do a full spread for the morning watch party. And I want to invite tonight. We're going to invite any members who want to be a part of the watch party, meaning you want to be in the Discord room and be a part of the content that we produce that day. It's going to be live. You'll have a chance to just interact. You don't have to be on camera, but your voice will be identified, and you know, we're going to have some fun with it. It'll be like a full open call-in type vibe for watching the games. It's something I want to try out for the community. I think it's going to be another way for the community to grow. So if you're a member, you'll be able to jump into this Discord channel. The link will be provided Friday night. So if you're a member, jump in Discord. You'll actually be able to see the game in real time as we're watching it, and we'll be live reacting to it on the network. So it's gonna be fun. Think you might want to be a part of it? Let's do it. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, man. My boy Zach popping in. Grown ass man, and they whining about he's again. Facts, man. It's funny, man. It is what it is. That man Pavia, he'll be 26 this year. We was talking about that. Hey, shout out to HOC Space on Twitter, man. Them jokers. Anytime I need some reality checks, or I need to feel like I'm in another safe space outside of ones that I create, I go right over to HOC, man. They let you have it. Like my boy Big Bama say, he ain't politically correct, man. And I'm glad you gotta have some, just like everybody keep making these jokes about the type of players you gotta have on a team to win championships, right? You gotta have some thugs, you gotta have some church boys. Listen, some of us toe the line and we can maneuver between both sides, but some of us just true to what we are, right? And don't care to be nothing else. And you need that. You need that thug. You need that not necessarily a thug. You need that crazy physical. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna kill you mentality. You know what I'm saying? That tough guy persona. Then you need those guys that are understanding and compassionate outside of the lines. You know, you need that. You need that. So we're gonna keep going, man. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. What's up, Dino? Roll Tide. He said, "Sorry, I'm late breaking down the Vandy game." Vandy game was pretty nice. It didn't take long for me to break it down. First quarter was probably the most watched quarter. After that, man, this team just played a good brand of football, top to bottom. We not even going to get into no more debates about personnel, rotating, and all that stuff. I even went back and I saw my evaluation of Deshaun Jones, man, and it's pretty spot on. But he's not as bad as I feel like those moments where I was keying in on him. But he definitely, I'll say this. It wouldn't hurt to see what else we can get as far as production from his spot. It wouldn't hurt. Honestly, I believe it will help. I believe it will help if we got that rotational depth working in that regards. I think this is the first time other SEC fan bases was rooting for Bama to shut Pavy up. Man, everybody wanted to shut him up because, I mean, anytime you put try to put Johnny Manziel on your ticket as far as your support or your advocate, right? The person that's advocating for you or representing you or supporting you, you're gonna have a hard time getting support, man. They love you when you up. They love you when you up. They ready to see you fall down. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, man. JB in the building. I see you, man. Jason Bernard. Y'all, I got a slight headache, so we're gonna make it. Johnny Manziel that's his fault, man. But I don't know why they thought he did something so great last year. Like last year, we missed 16 tackles, gave them the ball twice, held the ball for only 17 out of the total 60 minutes that you can have it in the game, right? And then, like I said, just those three things alone to stack on top of being on the road, he had it set up for him, and you only won by 5 with that. So it wasn't crazy when I said before the game that I wouldn't be surprised if we won by at least 2 possessions. And literally, y'all see the game. We literally won by 16 points. 2 possession game. So I just know I'd be talking about. That's all. Yo, what's good, Antoine? Good to see you, my boy. Let's get these phone lines open, man. Let's talk about week 6. So week 6 matchups. We had some fire results. Honestly, week 5 was the best. I'm still gonna say week 5, 2025 was probably the most entertaining and most exciting matchups across college football. Week 5 was, but week 6 it wasn't too bad. Of course, our game over Vanderbilt, you saw how we handled that game. Miami versus Florida State. Florida State. I know they didn't show it up until like the fourth quarter where it felt like it was garbage time scores. They were held at 3 points up until that fourth quarter score that ended up helping them get on a surge to try to make a comeback. But even when stuff like that happens, you still have to respect teams that can really flip on the switch at any point in time and make it a game. And they could have made it a game had they got their recovery. But Miami's defense, the experience is showing up. They have quality skill set guys. They have some explosive guys in the wide receiver room. Carson Beck is comfortable. The running back is running hard. The offensive line looks tough. This Miami team might be for real, and they are definitely a top 5 team right now. The way that they beat Florida State, the way that they handled that game, the score doesn't tell the story. They really dominated that game from start to finish, and it showed. Mississippi State and Texas A&M. Texas A&M looks like they're out to prove a point about how serious they are, how legit they are this season, and watching them play against a good Mississippi State team. Now, this isn't the same fired up Mississippi State team that showed up the week before. This Mississippi State team came in half-stepping. They did not come in trying to assert their physicality, and it showed up. A&M team that's going to be physical. Elko, I think, is the coach over there. He preaches physicality on both sides of the ball. So A&M was able to establish that, but they look good, man. Marcel Reed looked very comfortable. Not the numbers aren't amazing ever, right? But they just find a way to make explosive plays. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. I did just wake up from a nap, though. I ain't gonna lie. That thing, I had to. Trying to get this edit done. Florida, Texas. I know we said Texas would pull it out, but everything that we said, and I went back and I looked at it, talked about how, being in Texas, being on the road against Florida, this team looking for some hunger, just haven't seen any consistency enough for us to believe that they would have fixed it enough to win that game, right? With the Florida offense struggling the way it has the past 3 weeks, you didn't expect them to show up and actually put on a solid display of offensive performance. And the defense was able to hold them from in the end zone that first quarter, which made the change in the game. And Texas's defense was not physical. They looked lost in the secondary. They got problems, chat. They got problems. Arch Manning did not look great either. He did not look great either. 16 of 29 for 263. A lot of those passes were mishaps by Florida, right? The 2 interceptions are starting to show his lack of experience. And once again, I told everyone I had my own take on it. I feel like Arch might be that dude next year, but this year, I don't think it's happening. Too many bits and pieces and spots to replace. So shout out to Florida for that upset. Another one that was good for me, I'm telling y'all, I said it would have been funny. I didn't have no faith in it. But I said it would be funny if UCLA got the upset against Penn State and they jumped out on them boys' head early. At one point, I think they were up by 21, I believe, or 20 at one point, and they just never gave the lead back up. Penn State tried to make a surge at the end, but you're dealing with, you lost to a bad UCLA team, a really bad UCLA team. Not good at all. So you got Penn State still getting that credit, and oh man, they just pretenders. They're pretenders. They don't win the big ones. We talked about this last week. They look physical. They look physical against Oregon, but also I seen some things with Oregon that I think we're gonna watch them lose a big one later on this season. Notre Dame and Boise State. Boise State, I thought y'all was gonna come in and surprise the world and go ahead and get Notre Dame out this conversation. The fact that they're 3-2 with no meaningful wins, right? Notre Dame bothers me. Well, they're number 21 with no meaningful wins, and that's gonna bother me the rest of the season, because this is another team that by the end of the season I think they only have one more ranked game, and that's USC. Currently, I don't see USC staying undefeated or staying ranked up into that matchup. But let me look at the schedule. I gotta look at it. I think Notre Dame has USC left on their schedule. Oh yeah, USC's not even ranked no more. So Notre Dame has no more ranked opponents. Miami and Texas A&M is helping them stay alive. Texas A&M being undefeated, and Miami. Right now, your overall record, you have the same record in the independent conference as UConn. So if you and UConn end both with 2 losses at the end of the season, I don't think you should get in the playoffs. I don't care if you are the second highest ranked. Like, yeah, USC was your only chance, and of course we knew what was going on with that. Shout out to the TikTok chat, man. Got to be able to. What happened? What she say? What Britt say? Let me see. Got to be able to move in all rooms. Facts. It could be a Bulldog, Princess, and the Fraud. All I know is Ryan Williams go Bama by 40. Appreciate you for stepping in, Elder Wells. My boy Smook. What's up, 6-way roll tide, man? Good to see everybody on the TikTok side. All right, y'all. But yeah, Notre Dame, and I don't know, man. I just think they didn't live up to it. And Freeman, I hate that you lost those 2 big ones. You had to win one of those to give yourself a chance. In my mind, who knows what the committee does? Especially after the SEC beats up on itself, and you have maybe a 3-loss SEC team that was, 1 game out of the conference championship, outside looking in because of Notre Dame. Right? I don't want to see that again. All right, and what's the last one I wanted to talk about? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Now, week 7. Let's go over to week 7, man. The lineup. It's a good week, y'all. It's a good week. I'm ready to see some. I'm gonna go off front end upset alert, front end upset assessments. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them right now, and I'm gonna call all the top 25 matchups that's in play this weekend. All right. Now, So the Florida State Seminoles, and Mary J, you can update banners as we go along. Altmaier is good at QB at Illinois, though. Yeah, we said Illinois was solid. We thought Illinois would have played week 3 a lot better than what they did. Now they 10-2. They might go 10-2, man. They might go 10-2 with the rest of that sorry schedule, and they shouldn't get in because they have no good wins. Coach Burt, he's a spoiler facts, man. Listen, Pittsburgh and Florida State, 11 a.m. This is a Florida State team that's still ranked. A Pittsburgh team that's looking across that conference. They have a conference win, and they have the same record as Florida State. And I believe Pitt was getting top 25 ranking votes in preseason. This could get interesting for Florida State. Even though they're at home, even though this team looks good and explosive, this could get interesting for them against Pitt, who's going to just do what they do. And Pitt's not explosive by any means. I thought they were on to building something last year, or the year before last. I thought they were on to building something, but they look like they kind of hit a ceiling. And I think Florida State's athleticism is going to be there, but it's going to be a good one to watch. Of course, we got Florida, Texas A&M. Man, this is Florida waking up and starting to become spoiler after losing a couple of big ones. 773. Let's see who this on the line, y'all. Let's see.
Call from
Showtime, Georgia.
to accept, press 1.
Yeah.
To send a voice.
Yo, Darius, what's up, man? You in the game? Talk to me, man.
Man, Georgia football is that. What's up? What's the topic tonight, man? I just tuned in.
Man, we just going over the previous week's games and then talking about what's coming up this week. You know, I know you don't want to talk about Georgia week 5, so we could talk about week 6.
No, we can talk about it, man. It's the same thing every year. Alabama beat us, and then Alabama season go down in the tank, man.
When does that ever happen?
Last year. Remember last year what y'all was saying? How Georgia beat Alabama.
You said it always happens,
winner.
but we still ended up one game out of the playoffs. Like we were literally the 11th ranked team. We should have been in the playoffs getting ready to play y'all. Truth be told.
And what I say, everything happened last year happened.
It didn't. It didn't. Darius. Let's not do that. Nothing you predicted happened last year.
Yeah, this weekend though, this separation weekend though, it's a lot of big games this weekend.
I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate to say it. I'm a Georgia fan. I'm kind of nervous about that nighttime Auburn game, man.
You better be. You going to Jordan here, man.
And then look, it ain't even about Auburn. We play Ole Miss next week, and you know they're gonna be like probably college game day or something. So I don't want us to be looking ahead. You know them games be kind of tough,
bro. If you're looking over, if you don't think Auburn has a chance to beat you in Jordan Hare, you haven't been watching football for your whole life. As a Georgia fan,
even if they're a bad team, it's a tricky stadium, and then playing that night, like any SEC stadium at night, be tough. But it's still like, man. But y'all got a tough one too, man. Y'all go to Missouri.
Yeah, I like that we playing them early in the day too. A lot of people used to hate early games for Bama, but after last year, the transition to practicing 9 a.m. practices, you know, and then walkthroughs on Thursdays happening at 10:30, 11. Like this is conditioning us to be up for these early games. And honestly, Kalen DeBoer has been great in those early kickoffs. So undefeated so far while in his tenure at Bama. And
that's what's underrated too about like day games. The crowd not as much in it. You know, it's there early in the morning, so you ain't got to worry about that crowd energy at night. You get the crowd time to build up. You know, they get liquor in their system, so they already wild. That's like, man, it's kind of nervous, man.
Facts. I think that's why I felt so good in the stadium against Vanderbilt, because that 2:30 kickoff is like right there when you just about to get up there on that level, right? You could tell that the energy was getting right there to that level where, you know, like it's just starting to get that first couple of liquors. Yeah, everybody's still coherent. You know what I'm saying? It was funny because I had, so me personally, y'all, I and it's no secret, I like to drink beer during the game. I'm not too much of a liquor person anymore when I'm at the game or when I'm watching it during the game. I'm not a liquor type. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drink my beer. I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm at home no matter where I'm at. But it was a point in the game, right? I want to say, before the game, I went up. I paid for 2 beers. I admit, I paid for 2 beers. I never try to pay for any concession stand beers when I go in the stadium. I don't. It's $14 is too much for one drink.
Damn.
It is, man. It is.
Man, you Coach Smook. You gonna have your discount, man.
Stop. Ain't no discounts.
Come on, Coach
Hey,
Smook,
listen. Ain't no discounts at Saban Field.
Man,
Come on, man.
you
Listen.
T-time mayor.
No,
man.
I'm not yet. Not yet. I'm trying to get that legend status. We working on. We got about another 15 years to put in the game.
And I already said the number one Bama platform, man. I ain't been seeing like other platforms like how they used to be.
Man,
No
listen.
nobody
It's
does,
a lot of
man.
people. It's a lot of people doing their thing or trying to push their stuff now, man.
I ain't been seeing it.
It's-
If I go on YouTube, I see Coach Smook pop up, man.
You know, it's crazy. I got the video being uploaded to TikTok right now. And Zach was with me this weekend, man. And you know, I don't clout chase for that. I went left that night. My brother was making a joke about it while he was driving. He was like, man, he said how I felt, you know, seeing all those people walk up to you and recognize you from your show and talk about how they follow you. You know, they don't comment, but they love what you're doing and they ask for pictures. He said, how that jump felt. And I said, honestly, man, it really was humbling. You know, it was humbling because now it makes me really, really be aware of how I move, not for people, but just because I care about what people going to say about my kids and all that stuff. So that's why I always try to keep it college football, and it's never a personal thing. If your content is trash, and I've said your content is trash, if that's my opinion, or if your takes are dumb, like I got one I'm gonna be reacting to from Kangaroo Black again. This man talk about Fire Cane Woman, and then we literally had a whole 2 games where we shut out 2 SEC opponents for a whole half.
But people don't understand though. Like the SEC is hard. Like
They don't.
that's what I be trying to tell people. Like the weakest SEC team will play Clemson or Florida State or Miami and blow them out. That's what I'm saying. Like the SEC football is hard, man.
Yeah.
You can't just come in this 63-0 and it's real pros in the SEC. But Alabama and Georgia though, man, I keep telling you, they got a big following in Chicago, man. I put a couple of people on your content. I don't know if they've been going through it though, but I put them on yours.
Yeah.
And a couple of Georgia like things. Because I'm the type I like to interact with people, like, but I don't like being on my same Georgia platform because they don't feel right without me going no banter, you know, like back and forth.
Yeah.
We both agreeing on everything all day. That's bad content.
Yeah.
That's why I like coming to the Bama platforms, man.
And then also, man, I can't lie, man. There's very few Georgia platforms that I really see that are unbiased, man. That are really unbiased. And that's what I don't. A lot of people they try to give me crap for being, you know, such a positive site.
I know you keep it real,
but I look at it from a different. I look at it from a different standpoint, man. I don't watch the ball in the game. Yeah. I watch, like, if we get sacked, I guarantee you I'm probably gonna watch the offensive line and the receivers throughout the play. Not necessarily where the ball go, but the offensive line and them.
How much effort they put in.
Yeah. So, and that's what I'm gonna watch.
That block downfield.
What's that?
Like if a wide receiver ain't get the ball, like the next 2 plays, is he still gonna block and hustle?
Facts. And see, I tell people all the time, man, it's small things that these national championship teams during the Saban era did, and you know, just national championship teams overall. If you want to win, you got to have some guys that's going to do the small stuff all the time. You got to have guys dedicated to doing the small things. And I ain't gonna say we had that last year. We had some guys that act like they wanted to do that last year, but this is a different type of team now. After that Florida State loss, I told you, I said, I don't think anybody wants to play Bama those first 4 or 5 weeks after that loss, because that was going to be the most locked in we see this team. But after seeing how they played against Vanderbilt, falling the Georgia game, and then having to go back on the road, I think once we won in Athens, going to Columbia is going to be a walk in the park. The level of focus that's required. If anybody doubts Alabama and thought that it was a skill issue, then we would have got blown out every game last year if it was a skill issue.
Hey, Do I get credit for Ty Simpson though? Nah, no lie. How many years have I been a Ty Simpson fan though?
Man, but that's the first thing that people had misconstrued about my takes. Like, I called for Ty Simpson 2 years ago when we was on it. You was on the channel, the same channel I was on when I made the statement. So, like, when people try to come at me, oh, you was wrong about Ty. Actually, I wasn't, because it literally took him 2 whole years to start. I was wrong. I was wrong. I felt like he should have been started 2 years ago. I was wrong.
I was saying they never gave him that opportunity. Like, even when he came in that South Florida game, that game was already like, you can't just come in the middle of the game and expect to change, because that game was already a wash. Because what was that old Notre Dame quarterback who started for him?
Buckner.
I forgot his name.
Buckner.
Yeah. Now, if you let Ty Simpson start at that game from the beginning, you could have got like a real.
You could have evaluated him from a better standpoint. But even in that game, man, like, even with garbage snaps last year behind Jalen, you just saw small things that you knew that once he figured it out, and that's been the thing. I knew he just would need them live reps, no matter how good he looked in fall. Spring camp was shaky for him because I felt like he was just trying to embrace the whole idea of being QB1. And then I don't think he expected Austin Mack to improve the way he did in week 2 of spring ball, and Keelan Russell to be getting the same the amount of attention, but he didn't flinch. And I watched it happen in real time, bro. So Ty Simpson being what he is now, it's no surprise to me. A lot of the viewers might have misled and allow, Twitter and my support for Jalen Milroe to misconstrue them on my views on Ty Simpson. But I've been said he was the best quarterback in the room. I just felt like he wasn't the best option to help us win last year with what we had to deal with. And sometimes as a coach, you have to be smart enough and experienced enough to see that you might have the best wide receiver in the country on your roster, but is it going to help you win if you don't have a quarterback to throw to him and you keep lining him up on the boundary and the ball can't get to him? No. So how do you figure out how to get him the ball? Jet sweeps. You line him up in the backfield. You put him close to the line of scrimmage in the slot. You run screens. All of these different things to try to get a wide receiver. Does that make him the best wide receiver in the world now because you're using him like that? No. But it does. It allows him to be the best option for what that option needs, or what that offense needs to
like
be.
Is he a freshman? What's his name? Lenore? I kind of like him, man.
Latsier Brooks.
That's his name. I think that's what it is. He
Number 17.
Like Isaiah Bond. Yeah. He reminded me of Isaiah Bond.
No, the hell he don't. Don't you say that? That is not Isaiah Bond.
I don't think it was. Hold on. He's a species. Is that? I think his name Hort. No, it's Hort.
Number 1.
Yeah, that's it. No. What's his name? Isaiah Hort, the transfer.
Number 1.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
I kind of like his game a little. I ain't watched the full game, but I watched kind of like a little highlights. Like,
he's strong with his hands, man. He goes and high points the ball, snatches the ball out of the air. He don't wait for it to come to him. He'll attack it. So I like it.
This is my final thing. Another quarterback I'm hopping on the bandwagon with, Dante Moore from Oregon. Because I recently, like 3 weeks ago, I did security for Northwestern game against Oregon. Like, I think them up close. Like, he really good, though. He really good.
Facts.
I'm starting to get on this bandwagon. He really good, man.
Facts. And he got some good receivers out there in Oregon to throw to. So.
And that mod Nico, too. Man, that mod, I seen them up close, too. I did security for their game against Northwestern. Man, that dude was tall.
That's it.
That dude is tall.
That is it. Ain't nothing else about Nico impressive, I promise you. He's a quarterback, though. That's it.
Man, that dude is giant.
He about 6'5". He about 6'5", 6'6".
No, he damn it shit 6'9". He like a basketball player.
Yeah. He probably could have been a great volleyball player.
He would trash that game too, man.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna be for a lot of his games. But yeah, Darius, I appreciate you for calling in, man.
No problem, man. You know I'm always gonna support the channel. Man.
For sure, man. Hey, good luck with them. Who y'all got? Y'all got Auburn, yeah. Good.
Yeah, Auburn in prime time, man. On ABC on national TV, so the whole country gonna see it.
Darius. Hey, you know what's gonna be funny? Auburn gonna mess around and have an offensive explosion against y'all.
On the real, man. What's his name? Cam Coleman.
I
like him too, man.
This will be the game where Jackson Arnold actually can throw the ball against Georgia. That'll be the game, bro.
Gotta watch out for Kedrick Falk, though, man. That what's called that D-line.
The edge rusher. I think he edge rusher. Him, he got a little brother, man. His little brother's pretty cold too, man. His little
I gotta
brother.
check out Oklahoma too, man. They starting to make a little noise.
Hey, Oklahoma, Texas. Does Texas
Oh man, I don't even
bounce
want to hear
back?
Texas. I don't even want to hear Texas for the rest of the year, man.
Does Texas bounce back?
Man, them Penn State. I don't want to hear them two names at all.
Now, my thing is this: if Mateer isn't available, it's a different game.
Man, if Georgia and Alabama have 3 or 4 losses, we should still get in before.
Don't
them two
Bama,
teams,
Bama
man.
ain't losing. Bama ain't losing another one, man.
How they going down this weekend?
Who?
Bama.
You did that on live.
Missouri
You know
might-
I'm gonna take your money on live. How much you trying to bet?
We bet that $20. Missouri minus 2.5.
You want the points? You want me to give you the points?
Yeah, the points. Yeah.
You want the spread?
Nah, I'm gonna do it straight up.
Okay, I was about to say you want to do the spread. You want to do the spread? You know, if you don't cover, it's double up. It's double up if you don't cover.
It's straight up, man. I got some cash out too, so I'm gonna send it to you, man.
All right. Hey, and I want my gifted memberships too, man. Yeah, I ain't forgot about that, John. You done sat on this phone for how long? This man owes us some gifted memberships, AAA family.
I got y'all, man.
We beat Georgia 2 weeks ago. Now that's what happened last time, Darius. I need that's like my money. Pay me my money, Darius.
I got you, man. I got you. That gonna be a part of that then
Female, male, lolly.
Darius.
Pay me my money. You hear me? Pay me.
Got you. All right, AAA family, y'all have a good one, man. I'm finna finish watching this game.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro. Y'all give it up for Darius, man. Our resident Georgia fan. Him and Edrin. He holding it down for the Georgia fans. Listen, y'all, I don't know what's going on, man. I feel like everything is kind of foggy right now. I don't know what's going on. How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling? Got another call on the line. Let's get him on the line. Y'all know who it is.
Call from Zach Willie. To accept.
Yo, Zach. What's up, man? You in the game. Talk to me.
What's good, Coach Smook and my AAA family? How are y'all doing this evening?
Feeling good, Zach. How you feeling, man?
Doing good. Had to watch that Vandy game again and break it down.
Man, I don't know about you, Zach, but I fell asleep, man. I feel like my body, because I didn't really get to rest yesterday. I had church and everything, doing my Sunday errands and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm just not like today. I'm just not feeling all that walking Saturday. Like, yeah, it definitely drained me.
My back is like, okay, Zach, you're not used to doing that. Why
Mhm.
did you do that to me?
Man. And I y'all, it was so funny. When I get walking, I don't know if you part of the community, you've ever been out or hung out with us when we're on campus. I'm not, because of my anxiety and my past experiences, I'm not good with big crowds when I can't have my back to something solid. I don't like a lot of people walking behind me. So when I'm moving in the crowd, I'm moving. I'm very rarely sitting still, and if I stand still, it's because I'm trying to get a good gauge of my surroundings. So if usually like on a game day like that, I'm looking around, I'm probably just like saying to myself, like, man, it's like 800 people within 100 square meters of me, you know. So I need to really be on my P's and Q's, just have a good idea. That's just my mindset. But talk to me, Zach, man. What's up for tonight, man? We kind of, I've turned the page from Vandy. You know, we getting into practice tomorrow for Mizzou week. But I was looking at the whole landscape of games this weekend, man. And from start to finish, you're talking about early games. Alabama, of course, we play Missouri at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Florida State kicking off against Pitt at that same time, right? 2 top 25 teams needing to continue to win out ourselves. And Florida State in more of a hole than we are. But they're going to get the Pittsburgh team that's going to be scrappy. Then Oklahoma, Texas, Red River rivalry at 2:30. That's going to be the marquee game of that hour block. And then the night games for the SEC, you're talking about Florida, Texas A&M, Georgia, Auburn, South Carolina, and LSU. Like these, we got a slate, man. We got a slate, especially in the SEC. And then another game, I think people are sleeping on because this team is hot and blazing, but this is another team you can't ever just overlook, and that's Virginia Tech against Georgia Tech.
Yep.
So
because Georgia Tech has shown some weaknesses in what they do, but they have been able to do enough to pull it off.
Facts.
So, but yes, the big game that I'm going to be tuning in to besides our game is Georgia Auburn, because I I don't know why. And any other time I would not do it, but I'm like I don't know. I'm like on the verge of saying
You know I'm waiting for it.
I'm wanting Auburn to beat Georgia just so I just so I could troll some Georgia fans, because you know how it goes.
Hey, Zach, you know what? Okay, accountability chat. Did Georgia Tech still run that triple option offense? No. Man, you got to turn the TV on. Watch Georgia Tech this weekend. As a matter of fact, they're going to be on our lineup for this week. Dwayne, tap in to the watch party. If you're not in the Discord yet, get your wristband and get in the Discord, Dwayne. Get a wristband. So, hey, somebody tell Darius we need them gifted memberships, because I want Dwayne to get gifted a membership. We need them gifted memberships, man, so he can get in the Discord. Georgia Tech is a quality team. Get them gifted. Hold on. All right, I had to type something. But yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. Accountability all year, right? 2025. Shout out to B. Ellis. Man, Zach, I wanted to say it publicly, but I have already said it a couple times privately. I don't think Georgia fans truly realize, and I was having this conversation in the space earlier on Twitter. I don't think Georgia realized that their decline is going to be worse than our decline, because they've never been at the pinnacle and been able to establish dominance for 5-6 years. They had 2 years of dominance, and then we can't, like, not even a full 2 years. It started with us with their national championship win over us after all of our injuries. And then the next time we saw them, we put belt to ass again. Right?
Yep.
But yeah, you go and win the conference, and you're going to win another natty, but you did not beat us to do it. And so now when Alabama, the team that's losing to other teams that are, quote unquote, not as talented as you, we're just having lapses of judgment. Now we're not having it no more. There's going to be a lot more tension on Georgia and their downfall, because 8-4 season from Georgia is definitely a step back. This ain't and I'm talking about regular season. I truly believe Georgia could lose this game Saturday. And honestly, quite frankly, so that I could be right about my prediction about them, I want them to lose. That's like that's like the primary reason. I predicted it, and I want to be right. So but outside of that, I do think Auburn being at home is going to present some issues, just schematically, for what Georgia wasn't able to do against us. They weren't able to shut down our run game. We still had an effective run game. Auburn's going to run the ball with Jackson Arnold and those running backs, and Cam Coleman is going to make big plays downfield against that trash secondary. So I just don't know. I just don't know.
Yep.
I still hate Auburn, though.
I do too, but you gotta say, this is the one game where I'm like, okay, I can cheer for Auburn for just this one game. This one game, this 1 year, I can cheer for Auburn, because as bad as I hate Auburn, I can't stand Georgia fans that much more.
Big folks, I said it, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta admit it. I'm an honest man. I'm very authentic. I judge me if you want to, but it's easy to pick on Auburn fans. They really don't have nothing. It's not even fun no more. Like, I can't remember the last time I actually gave an Auburn fan a serious conversation or a serious back and forth trash talking session, because they're that ass. Like, their team is that ass. So I told y'all, homeless shelter, but is that squad right now. And but for a weekend like this, because I know they trash, if Georgia loses to them, it just makes it better for me as a Bama fan because now Auburn fans are going to feel like they're good, right? And they're going to have this hype, and they're going to turn around. They're going to lose next week after the beat in Georgia. They'll go turn around and lose next week to ICDC College or something like that. And then, but no. What happens is Georgia. I mean, if they beat Georgia this week, they get Missouri at home next week, right? And I think Missouri is a good team, but I haven't seen Missouri play a quality opponent. Auburn could mess around. Like I said at the beginning of the season, they've only got 2 losses. As bad as they look right now, they only have 2 losses in this in the conference. We saw teams in the conference last year lose 2 and come down to final conference weekend to deciding who went to the SEC championship because of those 2 lost SEC teams. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and then us to end the season. So Auburn could mess around and win against Georgia. 1, 2, Missouri, 3, Arkansas, 4, Kentucky. And then they got to get on the road to Vandy. I don't think they're winning. And then they host us. We know how freaky that can get. We're the better team, but we know how freaky that can get.
Right.
So.
Right.
Just saying, man.
And yes, and I mean, to me, the best team Missouri has played is South Carolina / Kansas. Is like the 2 best teams they played this season so far.
It ain't looking good for them.
No, and I mean, Kansas is struggling this year. South Carolina struggling this year, even with Lenore Sellers, you know. And so, their running back's a good running back, but do they have can they make the plays to force us to get out of sorts like Vandy and Georgia wasn't able to do, you know, in key moments. I mean, can it happen? Yes, but I think we're continuing to improve and going to improve enough to be able to slow Missouri down enough to win this game.
Facts. Got to, man. Got to. And I don't think people realize how good of a situation this is for the Bama staff. To be in the space where your player led philosophy is starting to click and you're starting to see the production on the field. Last week against Vanderbilt, a team that's number 14 in the country as far as forcing negative plays, top 20, number 14 in the country. They were only able to force 3 negative plays against Alabama. 3 negative plays. And I mean, like, outside of the sacks, you're talking about 3 negative plays. And one of those sacks, I don't think people realize one of those sacks was technically given to Jeremy Bernard. They sacked Jeremy Bernard on the reverse. It wasn't a pass forward. It was a sack behind the line of scrimmage after. So he was still eligible to pass. Yep. They sacked him, and that it's called a tackle for loss on paper, but that's technically a sack. Outside of those pressures, man, this Alabama offensive line is providing protection. The defensive line is starting to collapse pockets and get pressures. We saw them get to Pavia 9 pressures in the game. I think we ended with 4 sacks, 3 sacks that game. How many sacks did we have?
Like 2 or 3.
Let me see. I'm gonna double check. I'm about to put the stats back up now. This game, man, against Missouri though, Zach, I don't know, man. I truly feel like this 2.5 spread that they're trying to give Bama right now. I don't know. I feel like we dog walk Missouri this weekend, man. I truly do feel like this is where, you know, all of the indecisiveness around Alabama or the uncertainty around Bama kind of shuts down because Missouri's a good team. And dog walking Missouri at home to me looks like, you know, kind of like what we did to Vanderbilt, 38-10, 38-14, 42-10, we shut this team out last year. They were missing a lot of players, had a lot of injuries, and we shut them out. Did what we were supposed to do. I don't think those spots make that much of a difference. If they got better and we got better, results should be about similar. If they got better,
Right.
and to me, they have gotten better. So, that boy
They
said,
have. Now, actually, the one game that scares me that we have remaining in this month is Tennessee, because Tennessee's defensive line, they got a good defensive line. Their secondary, I'm not as scared of. I mean, yes, they do have a decent secondary, but I'm not like it. I believe we have better athletes all around. You know, so.
facts, man.
But yeah,
And we, kind of looking forward to Tennessee. I like our chances at home against Tennessee. I'm glad we don't have to go on the road to see them, honestly. But
right,
I love the fact that I think we do some things different in our scheme defensively that Georgia didn't do. That's going to force Joey Aguilar into some more mistakes being made. Also, their run game, I don't trust Tennessee's run game like it's not as effective as it was last year. They were a lot more explosive last year because they had an offensive line in front of them that could really do it. But you're talking about their lead back. I think his high game this season, as far as total rushing yards this season, is 72, and that was in Mississippi State. Yeah, it says seven. No, it was 82 against Syracuse in week 1 on 11 carries. So, Georgia, he only averaged 3.6 yards per carry. 15 carries, and they took it out of his hands. And you see how our offense could have kept running against Georgia. I don't know, man. I feel like right now we're turning the curve, and a lot of things that got exposed against Florida State in week 1 have kind of been rectified and kind of have self-corrected themselves just as guys continue to get reps.
right. That and Kane keeps putting out the correct personnel. Using the right personnel and getting the right formations or play calls in. To set up our guys for the best chances to make plays.
Facts. Hey,
All right,
somebody said it earlier in the chat. I can't find the comment, but they were saying that Alabama this year reminds them of the 2015 Alabama team. I gotta go back and find the stream, and that's the Jake Coker Alabama team. I gotta go back and find the stream where I said this gave me the same feels as the year that Blake Sims took over. It was the first year under Lane Kiffin as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And we saw a transition. We lost the game that we felt like we shouldn't have lost. That was to Ole Miss, I believe. That was the first year we lost to Ole Miss on the back-to-back stretch against Ole Miss. But I felt like we had a better team than what we displayed, but the offense struggled. Defense couldn't figure it out early on. And we lost a few games under Blake. And still we lost that one game under Blake and made it to the first CFB playoff and lost to Ohio State in that first round. Now, I look at it this year, it's a lot of similarities, man. You got a Florida State team that started off fast, and it's funny because look who it was against, you got Gus Malzahn, an offensive-minded coach, coordinator, just kind of had their way in the early part of the season. And then the main factor of the game or the main issues that you're dealing with, you see those issues being built upon in a positive fashion the rest of the season. So I'm excited about that. Zach, we got another call on the line. Let's see if we can get them on the line, buddy.
All right. Roll Tide, Coach Smook.
Roll Tide, Zach. Appreciate you for calling in, man.
Yep.
Call from
Big folks.
Yo, big folks, what's up, man? You in the gang? Talk to me. Yo, big folks, you in the game? Talk to me. Oh, he hung up. Dang, big folks. Do me like that. Hey, y'all, so when we have nighttime callers, what y'all, I think Zach knows. Zach's part of the network. So when we have nighttime calling, and if you find us getting in a drawn out conversation, the moment we get a phone call, man, just know that next little 20 seconds, I need you to go ahead and say what you got to say so we can get these callers on the line. I'm trying to find a better system. I would appreciate some feedback in the emails or in the Discord of how we can help service you with this a better calling experience. I'll never forget that year. I went to the SEC championship that year. We were too reliant on Amari Cooper that year. Facts, 100%. Same. It always happens in the transition. You find something that you're very good with and doing, and then people pick up on it and take it away from you.
Call from
Big folks.
Yo, big folks, what's up, man? You in the game, Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Coach?
Shoot, not much, man. Look, glad I was able to get you on the line, man. Sorry I missed the phone call. You know how we get on these phone lines, man.
Yes, sir, man. It's good to hear your voice, man.
Same,
So-
man. Talk to me.
I wasn't able to catch the game this weekend,
Oh, Lord.
but just looking at the stats, yeah, my grandmother had a birthday party, so we right at the start of the game, so I missed almost all of it.
Hey,
But
big
yeah.
folks,
Mhm.
big folks, tell grandma we love her. But next time, we ain't doing that. All right. I tell people all the time before
Most definitely.
before the season start, don't schedule nothing on no Saturday. If you
Nothing on
need me
Saturday.
during the fall, don't schedule nothing on no Saturday. I promise you, man. For when we I'm a preacher son. Real quick before I let you get your statement. I'm a preacher son.
Okay.
And we have our Pastor's Appreciation Banquet every year in October. And for some reason, of all the weekends to do it, our church staff, and shout out to my auntie and the whole staff, they know I love them. Miss Kwana, all y'all, I love y'all. They decided to do the Pastor's Appreciation Banquet on the third Saturday, and it always started at like 6 p.m. And we have a church full of diehard Bama fans. So you know God was in the room when they was making that decision, because we'll be at the banquet downstairs in the dining hall of DoubleTree or the Marriott, and we'll have them folks turning their main TVs on to the Bama game. Can't even stay in the banquet because everybody in the hallway trying to catch the game during the banquet. So
Exactly.
yeah, so I once I got old enough to drive and kind of was out the house and didn't have to, respect the rules of the house. I ain't gonna say respect the rules, but I was able to make some semi-adult decisions. I definitely wasn't coming to
Right.
the banquet till after the first and second quarter.
Exactly, man. I tell you, I had my phone. I was trying to follow the game, and the place we had it at, we didn't get good phone reception. So
Usually how it is.
was wild.
That's usually how it is, man. But yeah, man, talk to me. What's on your mind about this weekend?
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to scout Missouri much. I hear they've got a pretty good running back. But I was going to ask you, what's your opinion on, do you think that we have, with the one gap scheme, do you think that we have the defense to stop that kind of heavy power attack like we did against Georgia?
I think their outside zone scheme. I think we could flow better with that. You take away, they don't give us a lot of the eye candy that Vandy gets, and they don't necessarily climb like Georgia backs did. But also, I think in the Georgia game, it was just a test of wheels with Kane Womack, Luke and Quay Russaw, and the personnel sets and the fronts that we want to keep out there, because we knew that it was giving them problems. And you had Janssen Pierre go out there and try to fill that void. Now, what I will say is this last game, we didn't stick with it long, but in the second half, everybody cried about having those three-man fronts. But if you go back and watch the game, a lot of second downs where, we were effective in creating negative plays against Diego. They came out of that three-man front. It's just you had a more decisive linebacker making that fourth rush, that fourth man in that pass or that push on the front line. So I think we're in a good spot to continue to grow 22 yards against Diego Pavia in that offense after they 22 yards of rushing in the second half is what we held them to. Same thing we did with Georgia. We kind of cut their running production, cut it out in the second half. So being able to make adjustments, as long as we keep our offense on schedule, I think we're the top 2 teams in the country right now.
Most definitely. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Okay. And, I heard the last caller mention Tennessee, and I think against Tennessee with Womack's scheme, I think that they play right into our hands. You know, basically those passing teams.
Yeah.
You know, I think his defense is with him. He runs a lot of zone, and I expect us to have a lot of picks against Tennessee. Honestly.
Yeah, and the zone blitzes that he dials up to me are kind of starting to take shape. I didn't understand them early on, but when everything's ran in phase, right, and your back end is rolling with your stunts up front, it really forced some bad looks. That's why you almost saw the interception by Deontay Lawson. Like, if you're looking at it from the top, you're like, oh no, he's wide open in the middle of the field, but the pressure was coming from that that weak side. He was throwing the pass to replace the pressure, and we had coverage rolling from the strong side into that weak side window. And that's why Lawson was able to make that play. So you see that type of effectiveness now when the quarterback goes back to the sideline after almost throwing a pick. They're going to say, hey, if you get this alignment, if we get this pre-snap alignment and we get this motion, watch for this guy to roll. And that's the first thing he's looking for. The next time he comes out, he's not rolling. He's actually coming on a blitz. That's what throws. That's why I think Kane Womack is a good coordinator. It doesn't have to be explosive turnover plays every snap, but the fact that he's making adjustments and putting guys in position to make plays, I'm a different kind of thinker. And when guys like Kangaroo Black are calling for a guy like that to be fired, when he's taken top 10, top 15 offenses the last 6 meetups and held them, under their averages, I think we're on a good spot. I think we're in a good spot with our defensive play calling.
Yeah, and I don't think he's a horrible defensive coordinator. I do think it's going to take some use to him getting used to, having the talent that he has.
Ooh, hold on. Let me give you a siren for that one. A lot of people think it's so easy. A lot of people think it's so easy, but when you're dealing with more talent, when you're dealing with talented players, they know that they're good. It's hard to tell an Alabama player, a player that got offered by the University of Alabama to play football and represent the brand and represent the logo. It's hard to tell them, hey, son, this is what you need to do to be great without them. Right. You get what I'm saying? There's a way to do it, and you have to be able to produce results. And if your method doesn't work for them in the first 2 tries, you probably lost them. They probably never going to try your technique or your method ever again, and that's what causes these players to get, moved down the depth chart. But yeah, you said something there.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, and then also, sometimes it's the mental aspect of it where I know my guy can beat your guy. Almost, you remember when it was that 2016 with Jeremy Pruitt?
Yeah.
In 2015, Kirby Smart would rarely ever blitz. I mean, he would rarely blitz. He just wanted to get pressure with 4.
Yeah, because at that point in time, like you said, we felt like everybody across our front could win if they had one person in front of them. You're gonna have to commit 2 to somebody. So we're giving ourselves a 3 out of 4 chance to win a matchup somewhere.
Yes, and I think it's gonna, we're gonna have some growing pains, but overall, he's not a bad defensive coordinator. As Alabama fans, we're just used to being able to. Nobody being able to run on us. Nick Saban spoiled us. Well, I'd say going back further than Nick Saban, we've always been a tough team, against the run.
Yes. Go back to even in that stretch in when Auburn had us for 6 years, we've always had a physical run defense.
Correct. I can remember the days of even 21 Prince Hall and D'Amico Ryans. Those guys were coming downhill.
Facts.
They were smacking people.
Facts.
So I think it just takes some getting used to, but this is new to him. He's in the SEC. He's with the big boys.
Yeah.
And I think he's earned the right this man has defeated Georgia twice.
Yeah.
He's defeated Georgia twice. And whether or not they came back last year, his defense came up with the interception to win the
Big
game.
plays both times against
Yeah.
Georgia. Big plays to help us win the game, no matter. And this is last year wasn't the best, and you could one off that to new scheme and all that, no fits, all that good stuff. But this year to come back and do it on the road the way you did it, and I feel like if Georgia would have scored on that drive to take the lead, Grubb in that offense, they were just waiting to flip the switch back on. I just think they were just waiting to flip it. I mean, look at how we moved the ball to seal the game. We stopped moving the ball after Jam. We had a minute and some change after Jam got that first down.
Correct.
I think we ran the ball out at like the 47 or something like that. He slid down at the 47, almost at midfield. We scored the ball with 52 seconds on the clock. We got the ball with 52 seconds on the clock against Vanderbilt to close out the second quarter. And when we scored, we left 14 seconds on the clock. Like, this team can score. And Vanderbilt, this is not against ULM. This is not against Wisconsin that I'm talking about. We're talking about SEC opponents. So if everybody that said Ty can't do it against an SEC team, he's done it 2 weeks in a row against top 20 ranked defenses. As trash as Georgia, oh my God, come on, man. I got to give myself a siren. As trash as Georgia's defense has been, overall efficiency stats, they're still a top 20 defense. We've sat there, we've held a top 20, a top 10 offense in Vanderbilt. We held them scoreless in the second half. Georgia, not a top 25 offense, but we're talking about an SEC opponent at their house. We held them, outgained them in the time of possession. We forced more negative plays against them. Like, what is everybody talking about Fire Kane Womack for?
Yeah. You know, people are just used. I guess Bama fans, we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled a lot. You know, and that's even against Georgia. If you look at Georgia, I'm sure right now they would take our defense over theirs. They may have a better run stopping defense, but that don't win championships at this point.
What run game have they had to stop though? That's my question. When I go back and look at their schedule, what run game have they faced? Last year, the teams that had a run game last year, they don't have that same explosive run game this year coming in, you know, playing against Georgia. The toughest run game they played against was Tennessee.
Yeah, and Tennessee's not a power run team this year.
Exactly. They're not even designed. Their roster isn't even made up like it was last year. You bring Simpson back into this Tennessee squad this year, the running back from last year, they probably blow Georgia out. And
most definitely.
And this Tennessee squad was able to still maintain a solid run game production, 3.7 yards per carry. That's not bad. The 2 interceptions is what killed Tennessee against Georgia. Their turnovers killed them because if they don't turn the ball over, there's 2 less possessions for Georgia. They lose by at least 10, you know, at minimum.
Yeah, and Hypo played. Yeah, he coached scared to, you know, he coached scared to lose. He didn't coach to win that game.
Yeah,
you know. But I honestly think that, you know, in all seriousness, I joked in the comments, but I do think Georgia's in trouble with Auburn this weekend.
It's not a joke for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. This is college football 2025, 26 is not what we grew up on, my brother. And I'm telling you right now, Georgia can't go in against Auburn like they did against Kentucky and give Auburn a chance to drive the ball downfield on their first drive and establish some confidence and get. You're talking about the gimmick play calls from Hugh Freeze that they about to unleash against Georgia. They at home, man. They about to play so carefree. They hate this team. They hate this team. It's gonna get. It might get ugly for Georgia, man. It might get ugly. You there, brother? Hello? He got quiet on his chat. I think he lost service. Uno, dos. All right. Sound like we lost him, man. Hopefully we can get him back on. I was waiting for him to respond. Hey, y'all, appreciate you, big folks, for calling in. Man. Y'all, hey, continue to support the channel. Continue to run the likes up on YouTube. If you haven't tapped in on YouTube, let's get over there on the YouTube side and hit the like button, man. We almost hit our 25 like or have we hit it? Thank you. for a second. Man. All right, y'all. It's getting close to that time, man. Getting close to the time where we have to put this thing down. Y'all know we can't stay up past 9:30. We got clients and stuff that we're trying to get to the gym to make this thing do what it do. I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. It's happening on tomorrow morning. We have our kickoff show. What time is our schedule in the morning? Let me go back. I think we moved it to 11 tomorrow. Let me see. I think we moved it to 11 tomorrow. Is Britt there? Britt, let me look there. I can't see it. I can't remember my schedule, y'all. I got an appointment this morning, too. Okay, we got 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's our primary content, and we'll be live gaming after I get back from my appointment. So about noon, 1 o'clock, we should be able to get into the gaming session. And 11 a.m. on Wednesday, we'll have our first live post-practice report. I might be in T-Town this Wednesday for practice chat. I might have some media access this Wednesday for post-practice pressures. Up there in the media room and get y'all some coverage up there. And Thursday, we got that noon content. That's when we'll kick off with our live game sim. If y'all have anybody that's up in Missouri on NCAA 26, let me know. I'm gonna hit me up. TikTok, if you're a Missouri user, hit me up. We'll do live game sim. We'll do a 4-game series like me and Adrian did. Make it a game and entertainment. Speaking of, man, I'm gonna post the Georgia 4-game series here tomorrow. And then Missouri live game sim will be Thursday, and then Friday we'll post whatever we do for the Missouri game. So appreciate y'all. And then look, y'all don't forget to check out our merch, y'all. Mic going in and out. My mic still going in and out? Is it still going in and out now? What about now? We good now? I know my battery ain't dying. What about now? We good? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, let me check. We good now? Uno, dos. Mic check, uno, dos.
Bluetooth connected.
Bluetooth connected. Bluetooth connected. We good? All right, we good now. All right. My fault. I don't know what happened. I think I knocked the cord out of the interface, but we should be good now. All right, chat. So I appreciate y'all once again. Like I said, all the show lineups is the schedule. We just posted it the other day. So if you want to know where we at as far as our show schedule, go check out the page. It's under the post tab, and it tell you the weekly schedule. We're going to stick to that as close as possible, chat. We're going to try to stick to that as close as possible. But also check out the merch, man, and remember the opportunities to donate and support the Coach Smook Network. We appreciate each and every opportunity here on the Coach Smook Network. You got the PayPal right here. I'm sorry, I keep pointing to the wrong spot. You got PayPal right here. Let me point to the right spot. You got PayPal right here, right? That's one. You got Cash App right here. That's two, right? And then if you want to join the AAA family, you want to use the QR code. You can't get the link. It's right here. That's three. And then if you're trying to get your merch, man, this is the merch link right here. This QR code works. I used it earlier. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all right now. I used it early. Printify. Click that link. And it comes up. So all the products are there. You go check that out. All of our stuff is out there. Chat, make sure y'all go check out their merch. And then also, man, if you want to join the Discord, same thing, QR code. That Discord is starting to get some activity in it. Help us grow. Help us continue to grow. Help us continue to grow. I appreciate y'all again for being here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for just continuing to show up and support the network. We got a lot of things popping right now, and a lot of people are kind of like trying to bring themselves back around. We're not holding grudges or anything, but you only got one time to cross me the wrong way. And after that, best of luck to you, best wishes to you, but I don't want to deal with you no more. God will literally have to show me. So y'all will be seeing some changes come up in the month of November as we get ready to round out the season, the last stretch of the season, and we'll have some personalities pulling up. As a matter of fact, next week, going into Tennessee week, we got a special guest coming in, somebody that I really admire in the game, and we'll be having some real football talk. It won't be one of those hype, emotional shows. It'll be like us crunching some numbers and really dialing in on some recruiting, talking about some evaluation of some recruits that we see, somebody that's been in Bama recruiting for years. And a lot of people have tried to make me beef with this platform for the past 2 years because I don't necessarily resource them, but I do get to catch some of their stuff when I'm falling asleep or whatever. I usually just run YouTube to help all the creators that I subscribe to get their views, and then I wake up, I go back, and I support that way. I can't send everybody $100, but yeah, we'll be doing that next week. So with that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for tapping in, and remember, y'all, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Roll Tide, roll. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be blessed, y'all.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe.